It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso Live right here at ABC3. Thank you so much for choosing us and choosing to wake up with us on this beautiful Monday.
How amazing was that
was just
before the break?
I was like, finish me, end me right now. What a way to step into a new week.
So we're going to have more of that, but we're going to inspire you right now as we get back into the kitchen. She is a beautiful chef. She is dynamic. She has recently launched her first ever cookbook, and she says what I know for sure is that food is meant to be celebrated and respected. I love that. It's a love affair that saved my sanity and gave me a purpose. We're of course talking about the one and only Chef Nti.
I love her. Guess what? We are now going to cross live to her restaurant out in Maboneng, Johannesburg, where Tsulu is going to be chatting to her, but not just chatting.
Gotta cook, man. Get to work.
As well.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline bling. That can only mean one thing.
A very good morning to you, Expresso family. It is a Monday morning and it's time for the Culinary Hotline. Zing, zing, zing. And as you can see, we've taken it out on the road once again, coming to you live from the heart of Johannesburg, Maboneng to be exact, from a celebrity Chef Nti's restaurant, Taste Kitchen. And what a beautiful space it is.
Thank you so much, Tulu.
Thank you for having us.
Happy to have you.
You've just released a brand new cookbook.
Yes.
Tell us more about it. What kind of recipes can you expect to find in the book?
So I've released my very first cookbook, My Modern African Kitchen, and the book is just mainly recipes that are inspired by milestones in my life. I look at, my trips, romances, just the highlight, because for me, food is just one of those that I use to just connect with beautiful moments, So I go back to growing up in Soweto and how I grew up and all the beautiful food and the delicious food that my gran and my mom used to make. I have a little time that I spent in Italy, so I also reference there with the recipes. I mean, that was amazing, 2 years, and I had so much good food. I mean, Italians and food.
Yes, I do know. I mean, you mentioned growing up in Soweto and being a young girl, being influenced. I want to know, what was your first memory of food before Chef Nti was Chef Nti, when she was just Nti?
Well, when she was just in tea, my first memory is coming back from school on a very cold winter day, and then you walk in and you're introduced to, or greeted rather, by this beautiful aroma in the house. Maybe Gogo has made some nice soup, or there's something baking, this or the other in the kitchen from my mom. So for me, those are my memories, because I remember school was far and I used to walk. And then when you walk in, you are tired. And then when you come in, there's food already waiting for you. For me, that was just the perfect way of expressing love and just telling those you love and appreciate how much you care for them, So that's definitely my first. And my gran, my house. I mean, we didn't have a big house, but it was always packed, because she used to cook all the time and neighbors knew, everyone would come. I had uncles that I thought they were uncles until I was a teenager, and then I realized an aunt that I know we're not related. They're just friends of the family, but they were always there for dinner. Yeah, so those moments for me are...
I mean, just listening to that, I mean, you mentioned a lot of family, you mentioned your mom, your grandmother. They must have had a very huge influence on your palate.
Absolutely, they did. In fact, I look at the way I eat. I love just about everything that my mom loves. She loves texture in her cookies. She loves texture in her biscuits. And this is because, everything else that she would introduce us to. Friday nights were amazing, because we wouldn't cook on Friday. Friday, that's when you do takeouts and cakes and all the yummy things. So and she was super creative also in the kitchen. I mean, she would take little and just whip it up and turn it into something super amazing. And that's also inspired my way of cooking and my style of cooking. Everyday ingredients, simple recipes, but come out with something super special. You'll see, in fact, with the recipes we are making today. Amazing. I'm going to blow your mind, I hope.
Well, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I mean, you also very well traveled. We mentioned that you've been to Italy, the US. We're just talking off air. You're going to Tanzania this week. How have your travels contributed to your food journey?
Food is cultural, food is identity. So my travel, what it's done for me is it has influenced strongly how I relate to food and how I cook. My stay in Italy, I stayed in Italy in my early 20s. So there I was inspired by how they cook. I don't know if you're aware, I mean, if you look at the Mediterranean style of cooking, it has just uncanny similarities to the African style of cooking, especially if you look at the southern region where I come from, Botswana. So food has just been so amazing in just telling a beautiful story about different people. And I take that all the time from my travels and then take what I've learned from home and try and just fuse it and play around with it in the kitchen. So I'm so excited about Tanzania. I'm excited, it's my first time. I'm most excited about what they eat. So I want to go to all the corners and in the villages and just find out what they eat.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm excited about all the cooking that we're going to be doing here this
Yes.
morning. But for you guys at home, we are giving you the chance to win a copy of Chef Nti's cookbook. All you have to do is head over to our Facebook page and answer the question there. Tell us which traditional African recipe you would put a modern twist to. That is all. T's and C's apply. I can't wait to get cooking. But for now, it's back to you guys in studio.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Espresso on SABC3. It's a Monday. We're cooking, we're learning, we're doing all sorts of inspiring things, and hopefully you are receiving all of that feel good coming through. Now, we went all the way to Maboneng a bit earlier on to join Chef Nti and Tsulu on their chat around her brand new book and some of her fondest memories around food. And we still continue to do that because Tsulu hasn't moved. He's still in Maboneng hanging out with Chef Nti.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline bling. That can only mean one thing.
Welcome back to the Culinary Hotline. Tsing, tsing, tsing. We are coming to you live from Chef Nti's kitchen. It is on the road this week, and we're about to cook up a storm. Chef, what are we starting with first this morning?
This morning we're starting with my favorite, Mama D's coconut gem tart. It's right here. This is what it looks like. This is my childhood, literally. This is what my mom would make for us all the time when we're friends come over or, you know, any special occasion. We loved it. So to do that, I need all of these ingredients here. 4 cups flour. The recipe is in the cookbook though, Tsulu, so if you want later, you can reference it.
Okay.
4 cups flour. I've got eggs, 3 eggs. I have coconut, desiccated coconut right there, and I have coconut flakes. We're gonna use them to finish our tart beautifully.
Okay.
We've got sugar, a pinch of salt, very important when you're baking because it brings all the ingredients together. Butter and jam. I love apricot jam because that's the one my mom would use growing up, so I use that, but you can use any flavor you like, yes. I've already started just to make life easy for us. So what I've done here, I've got a dough. I mean, look at the texture. It's important that you see this so when you make it, you're not panicking at home thinking, oh my gosh, I got it wrong. It's super dry. So you take it and you put it into your tart dish. So you want something that has a very thick base.
Okay.
Because as you can see, it's very thick and layered. So you just take that in there. I've already mixed, I started mixing my dry ingredients first. So flour, sugar, everything that we've mentioned with my hands and just gently make sure that it comes together. And then I added my butter. I always make sure butter is at room temperature. Very important. So in your dry ingredients, you go in with your fingers with the butter until it almost crumbles. Like your flour starts crumbling, and then you add your eggs. Trick, break your eggs on the side before you add to the mixture, because if you have one bad egg, then the whole thing is messed up.
Messed up.
And you don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
This was my favorite as a kid, because you know me, I was the family chef at the age of 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you started young.
Very,
so you've
very
been doing
early.
this.
I've been doing this. I've got experience.
Can I try? Can I also like?
Yeah, let's go in. I was actually gonna put you to
So
use
what is
it.
this? What is this called? What are we doing now?
I mean, it's called kneading.
Kneading.
But yeah, kneading. But then we literally just want to make sure that our dough is even. So you want it to be even. So the dough that I've used, as you can see, it's everything. So what I did was earlier, I took 1/3 of the dough. Feel that.
It's like rock hard. Was it frozen?
Yeah, frozen. So this
Okay.
is what we're going to use to finish. So what we have here is 2/3 of our dough. And then I need you to please help me with some jam.
Some jam.
Yes, please.
All right.
Some
So
jam.
am I gonna spread that all
Yes,
over
please,
here?
spread it. I
Okay.
have a spoon for you.
All right.
Generously. All
Generously.
Of it. Yeah, all of
So
it.
we want a lot of jam in
a
there,
lot,
right?
a lot of jam. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
And you said we can use any flavor jam. It doesn't have to be apricot.
You can use strawberry jam, you can use... Do you have coconut jam? I almost said you can use coconut, but we've got coconut flakes in our desiccated for coconut
Yeah.
for texture. So when you take a bite on it, it's just because flour is fine,
Yes.
coconut isn't.
Yes.
So you'll find that it's such a beautiful experience. Okay, so when the jam is there, very simple, frozen and grater. Yeah. And you just go. I'm gonna let you finish it.
Okay.
Because it's so nice to have sous chefs in the kitchen, you know?
It is.
The
It is.
assistants.
Extra hands are always needed when you're cooking, right?
Absolutely,
Extra hands are always
So
needed.
we grate it in. My oven is already heating up. I have it at 180 degrees.
Yeah.
What I normally do is grate this,
Yeah.
put it into the oven, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
then bring it out. Remember, we've got coconut flakes. And they're not toasted.
Okay.
Bring it out. I need you to lift your grater up a little bit so we're not touching as we grate.
Okay.
Awesome. And then we'll finish up with the coconuts and take it back, coconut flakes.
Yeah.
Take it back to the oven. Oh my gosh, but you're gonna die with the smell.
Is it?
It's gonna make you so
Is it to
happy.
die for?
It's gonna make you so, so happy. Like,
So are we
what-
grating all of this in here?
all of it in
All of
there.
it.
So you're gonna have a very beautiful thick layer. If you look at the one that is finished, this is what we're doing. And when you take a bite on this thing, I'm letting you try it.
Okay. I
It
can't
literally
wait.
crumbles in your mouth. It's that good. Okay, fabulous. Let's go. So I called
Is it-
my mom. I called my mom yesterday because you know when I cook or bake, I like to connect with the food. So I was working and I'm busy and I'm making this ahead. So I'm calling her. I'm like, so the dough. Big mistake because you don't want to call her with her recipes because then the lesson starts
yes,
from the beginning. Mama D. And then she was like, no, use le butter, Nti, use. And I was like, no, but we went through this already when we were doing the cookbook. It's
Yeah.
fine. I was just asking about the dough.
All right. So what's next, chef? Now
Done.
That's done.
We're going into the oven now.
Okay.
I'm just going to take it quickly.
All right.
See you in a bit. Okay, so in the oven, and we're gonna let it stand and sit in there for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
15 minutes later, as I said earlier, we add our coconut and push it back in there for 5 minutes, and we're done.
And we're done.
Yeah.
And that is the finished product,
That's
right?
the finished product. I need you
Okay.
to try, please.
All right. Let me do just that. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
There you go. Mama D is watching.
Mama D is watching. Mama D, you must be one proud mom.
Hey,
It really does flake and just melt in your mouth. Eh?
heaven.
And the coconut just adds such a nice flavor to it as well and texture.
So my mom never used to make it with coconut. I just thought, let me put my twist to it with the coconut. When we have it, we'll have it. So if you don't have coconut, it's still perfect. You can make this without the coconut, but it just, as you say, it adds that nice level of
It
texture.
really does, yeah.
Right? Whew.
Remember, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, SMS the keyword sweet to 33728. SMSs cost R1.50 and no free SMSs apply. And remember, if you do want to win or stand a chance rather of winning Chef Nti's cookbook, all you have to do is go to our Espresso Facebook page, enter the competition by telling us which traditional African recipe you would give a modern twist to, aka send to private school. When we get back, we're going to be cooking up more of a storm with Chef Nti.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. Hope you're feeling hungry because the good food is flowing this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're about to get your just rewards.
Yeah, that's because we all love a good pasta. We do you?
Uh-huh.
I do,
Love
mixed
it.
with a lekker zesty pesto.
Ooh, nice.
And Chef Nti takes a different spin on this by using one of our favorite veggies in her pesto. Guess it? Spinach.
Spinach. Very clever.
So let's take a close look at how this incredible woman does this. Look and learn.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling.
That can only mean one thing.
It is the Culinary Hotline, tsing, 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 Chef Nti edition, and we've been having so much fun this morning from your restaurant's Taste Kitchen in Maboneng.
Yes.
We've just had a coconut jam tart, a recipe inspired by your grandmother and mother.
Mama D.
Mama D, if she's watching, well done, Mama D. And now we're gonna make a spinach
Pesto pasta.
I did say it's a tongue twister.
You did.
Spinach pesto pasta. That's what we're going to be making. Now, I know a lot about basil as a sauce, but I've never combined it with spinach. So how's this going to work?
So here's the thing. I grew up with a grandma that had a vegetable garden. So all the time, not every day, but all the time, spinach was on the menu. And I just thought, especially for the cookbook, I want to do something that celebrates that. I have my own indoor garden. We go and get our spinach from there. This is the one that we're going to be using. This is Swiss chard. If you're South African, this is just spinach.
It's just
spinach. And on the cookbook, I say baby spinach, but it's the same thing. This is the base of it. So to answer your question, you can make your pesto with spinach or basil. Actually, if you are fancy or you're creative or you feel like experimenting, use both.
Use both.
It works perfectly. Okay, so
are we going to be using both today, or how's it going to work?
Just the spinach.
Just the spinach.
Because
okay.
I am just loving this spinach. It's so fresh, and I don't want to mix it with anything else.
Lovely.
So obviously, our star is the spinach to make our pesto. We've got some pine nuts. You want to toast them first, because when you toast them, you get added flavor. So pine nuts. You've got some Parmesan cheese. I've got some lemon zest.
Okay. Lemon zest. Can I smell it as well?
Hey. Right?
Lovely,
Fresh. And then we have some olive oil.
Okay.
You take all of that into a food processor and just press start. Blitz it, and you get this into a smooth consistency that will end up looking like this. So you'll have a beautiful, vibrant green color.
Okay.
How cool is that?
That is very cool.
And that's it.
That looks lovely. That color's so nice.
So try it at home for your meat-free Monday, no?
Yes, and it is a Monday, so it's meat-free Monday.
Okay, awesome. So the pasta is already boiling. I'm gonna need you to please help me bring it out.
Okay.
This is one of those recipes you can literally make in 15 minutes. I love it. It's good for moms with families, homeworks. You're doing homework and you make dinner happen in 15 minutes. Okay, so you do that.
Okay.
Thank you. So we drain our pasta, we've cooked it. You can cook it according to your package instructions. That is perfect. So I think we've got enough. Also want to show you something, because you know people are now big with prepping and cooking ahead.
Yes.
So I love this pesto or any pesto because you can freeze it. So you take it, scoop it into your ice cube, toss it into the freezer. When you are ready, take one scoop, mix it up, and then there's your dinner. Yeah,
what a good idea.
Fast. But remember to skip the Parmesan if you're gonna freeze it. So leave the cheese out if you're going to freeze it.
Okay.
But I love it for that, because then dinner for Wednesday and Thursday could be covered on Sunday.
Yes, because we know how hectic life can get, right? So we always want to plan ahead and cook ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look how beautiful this color is.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
That is lovely.
So help me mix that,
okay,
please.
Let me mix this.
While I reach for
lovely.
Our
It also
plate.
smells so nice while we're mixing it, eh?
Can you smell the garlic?
I never thought basil could smell this good.
Pesto. So I also added garlic. I have just one clove. It comes through beautifully.
Yeah.
However, if you are a lover of garlic, I know there's a lot of them.
This into here?
Yes, please let me help you. I'll grab it like this. You can go and add 2 cloves of garlic if you want.
Okay.
Okay, and there goes our pasta. Oh my gosh, how beautiful.
That color is to die for.
Absolutely. And then just finish it off with a Parmesan. I've got this beautiful herb for garnish. And that's it. Meat-free Monday covered. Oh, and then if you like a bit of zest, lemon zest. Spinach pesto pasta.
Spinach pesto pasta. Well, I'm ready to taste it. It looks delicious. Let's hope it tastes the same.
There you go.
Okay.
I want to do this first. A bit of You know?
What are we adding here?
Salt.
Salt. Okay, salt. A bit of
Pepper.
salt.
Seasoning is everything.
Is everything.
There you
All right.
go.
Now I can taste it, right? Finally, I've been in a hurry to taste it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah?
That spinach plus the basil,
Yeah?
magic.
Thank
It's
you.
delicious. Remember,
Yeah?
if you want to get your hands on this recipe, SMS the keyword EAT to 33728. SMSs cost R1.50. Free SMSs do not apply. And remember, you can stand a chance to win Chef Nti's brand new cookbook. All you have to do, head over to our Expresso Facebook page and answer the question, which traditional African recipe would you give a modern twist to? Chef Nti, it's been an absolute pleasure spending the morning with you, getting to know you. But one last question I have for you. I mean, you're a dog lover, right? So can you tell us a little bit about your canine friends? One of them is running around here.
Say hello to Coco. Mama D, hello. Oh yeah, this is Rocky.
Yes.
I am so obsessed.
Hello, Rocky.
One of my
Are you good?
kids, we do work together. He's actually in the cookbook. If you look at the first picture, it's a family portrait. Rocky and Mama doing the most.
Well, Rocky, you and Mama are doing a great job. Thank you for having us in your kitchen this morning. But for now, guys, it is back to you guys in studio.